Good afternoon, thank you for watching Rundlii Gaming. So we're going to be doing another video on Colonize, which is a game where it's kind of similar to a lot of the other building games where you're slowly, gradually building out your new colony. And in this case, we are in Plymouth. And so far, we started building a couple houses, a couple food production things. We do have a couple lumber camps to try to get wood going a little bit faster. But in this case, we're kind of getting really short on planks. So, fortunately, the sawmill could certainly use it going a little bit quicker. We got a quarry, which is kind of helping us maintain how many stones we have. And so that's kind of where we're at so far. So it is kind of a work in progress. We're still kind of waiting on this fishery to be built, and that should hopefully also give us a little more food production. Children are 7 already. These ones are oldest at 3, and also 3. Yeah, so we do have a pretty big shortage on planks right now. And I think another big thing too is we do want to gradually get everyone out of the shelter. I'm going to go on the assumption that once these children hit age where they can actually start working, they may not be part of the children's section here anymore, and they might end up getting sent over to the shelter there. I could be wrong on it because we haven't made it that far, but that's kind of what I'm assuming so far. So Bolton is born. We'll do another one. And Allison's born. Alright, so still kind of just waiting this out. So wood planks, stone. This is planks and wood. Okay, so I guess this gives us an option to actually buy chickens as well. So I think for now what we want to do is remove one of these. Let's remove one of those. Okay, so it did get us someone here as well. That said, I'm not entirely sure how much chickens this can actually maintain. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. So fishery's still being worked on. We don't have any workers here yet, so yeah, so we are out of. In fact, we're running out of a lot of food stuff. So they are 9 years old now. So that's it too. We're kind of just figuring things out as we go. So there is still a lot that I have not quite figured out in here yet, but we're slowly getting there. So, for example, with the woodcutters here, so they can go cut things that are further out, which does help quite a bit because initially I wasn't sure if it's just like within the red area. But once you cut everything, then at that point you're just out of trees. Um, in this case, it does seem like it does keep cutting afterward as well. We're going to go and put one more worker on this side because there are a lot more trees on this side. Let's see. Okay, so I think when they hit about 10 years old, that is when they can start actually working. Which is pretty good, because now that basically means we do get another bit of workforce because of that. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and increase the warehouse here. So as they get old enough to work, maybe that should increase our construction efforts, which have been a little bit lacking. Because I know this needs a lot of planks though. I think planks are kind of where we're not doing super well. We do have wood. Maybe another sawmill. I guess kind of a good thing is that gradually the children in these houses are going to start moving over to our workforce. With that, it does seem like it should build out a lot quicker at that point. Okay, so we are outputting eggs at this point, quite a bit of them. And I guess a little bit of meat, because that's probably what we slaughtered a little bit ago. Okay, so I think cellar is the thing that pulls the resources from like the pig farms and the chicken farms. The reason why there's a bunch of eggs here is because we don't have much in the way of the cellar. Like in this case, they're going to bring 48 eggs to the cellar itself, which then should, yeah. Okay, so it is coming together slowly. And this family is about to have two more that are going to be old enough to work pretty shortly. Alright, that farm though is still not built. That's still not built. I think we should probably max priority that. Yeah, so far, we really need to get this other saw mill going. I mean, technically, we could go through and sell some resources through the ship here. Except it just seems like the exchange rate's pretty bad. As for example, wood is just 1 per. Tobacco and wheat. As for example, if we need planks, they're extremely expensive. Alright, so that's a good thing is that another one coming out there pretty soon. Another one coming out here. That's kind of one of our next big priorities here. We have to make sure this sawmill gets out. Because if we bring this out, then hopefully that means we can kind of get more planks going. I mean, that would be good for fish pretty soon. I think pig farm might just be kind of a much longer term investment. I want to say when I'm kind of looking over it is that like the 4 to 6 is like how old the animals are. Okay, so in this case we slaughtered one and that gave us 4 food. More stone and planks. Shows they all move so slow in this one. So that's kind of where we're at with it as of right now. It seems like our production on planks is extremely slow still. Our seller's a little bit more active now. The thing with this one is we're running out of corn. So I think in order to cut back on that, yeah, like we really need a farm so we can actually start pushing corn into the chicken farm. However, we have such a shortage of planks that we also need to get the sawmill going. Once we have the sawmill going, hopefully that means we can start pushing some of the wood into more planks. And then our construction won't be as halted as it is. Because, like, I would think fishing, for example, should be a pretty easy thing to get. So once you have that, they probably just go out there and fish. And then you just have that resource from now on. Yeah, like at the end here, we're running out of potatoes. We're completely out of bread. We're completely out of fish. Eggs were pretty low on. Well, ladies, unfortunately, you are going to have to push out more planks because this place needs you guys going a lot faster than you are. Alright, so they're at least moving planks now. And with that, we're pretty much immediately out of planks again. But they're still churning them out. Yeah, so I think the creature size is how much food they produce when you slaughter them. It doesn't seem like they are breeding and creating more pigs though. So I mean there is that whole thing where it's just an output, but I don't think they actually multiply. So like you could buy more of them, however. Alright, so we're almost there. So there's one plank here is what we need. For now, what we're going to go ahead and do is get rid of that worker. And build those out. I think this is the next thing we need to prioritize. Because hopefully if this doesn't require any resources in order to get new stuff, then perhaps that would be a good fix for food issue for the time being. So we need 5 more planks and 6 more wood. Oh, sorry, stone. Alright, so let's pull this back on you guys just a bit. Sadly, we're kind of running them pretty rough, and I think a lot of them are starting to get pretty tired. Alright, we're actually going to go ahead and slaughter everything there too. I don't know where she's at, but we're going to have to get her there to slaughter the rest of them. So once we have more corn, potatoes, and barley, we're gonna probably rebuild these things out. But for now, we're just gonna slaughter everything for the food and build it out later. Big thing is we'll probably want to start up the fishery and then the farm. It's kind of our two big things right now. Alright, it's almost 6 in the morning. Unfortunately, this doesn't go very quickly. There almost needs to be like something that doubles the speed as well. Or at least some sort of option where you can kind of skip through the night phase. I mean, technically, we can always increase the work hours that they have, but then a lot of the workers start getting tired and complaining. And alright, so that's the last stone we need. Oof. Close for the winner. That's a problem. Why don't they just go like ice fishing? You can go out here and cut holes in the water and. Hmm. Um, I'm gonna put it down on this side. That's also close for the winner. Yeah, so unfortunately, we're still kind of dealing with some food shortages. And I guess with that, certain things do not work during the winter, which I guess makes sense, you know. But yeah, I guess that is where we're at so far. If you guys do enjoy these videos so far, definitely like, subscribe, comment, um, and depending on kind of the interest of some of these videos, because if we do get a lot of views on it, then we'll continue making more videos of it. So far, it doesn't seem like a terrible kind of like city building thing. Obviously, being that it's in a fairly early phase still, I mean, there's clearly some some changes it could probably make. But I think so far, for the most part, it's pretty decently well put together. Because it seems to kind of give that colonization building feel going on here as well. Because you can get different types of food. Whether you're making chicken farms or pig farms or actual farms. Of course, there's like fisheries, which we haven't really got to dabble with yet, but that's where it does kind of give you a lot of different options of things to do. There's a lot of different food types, so if I go with chickens, I can get a bunch of eggs, and you can also slaughter them for meat as well. Or maybe there's not much in the way of that kind of space. Maybe just put a bunch of fisheries since you're near the water, and maybe they just catch a bunch of fish. And that's also probably a decent option as well. Otherwise, these maps seem pretty big. So it does seem like you would be able to build a pretty good size city if you basically kind of keep at it on there. Now, I'm a little bit curious if you can also build bridges, bench, street lamp. Well, I guess you could also build roads underneath the water, which obviously seems like an odd choice as well. But yeah, as I said, it's kind of still in an early phase right now. So that said, there will probably be some different things that might be changed within the development cycle of the game itself. So we could see some pretty big changes, and it seems like there are some features that aren't quite in here, plus other different maps if you wanted to try a different scenery as well. But otherwise, thank you all for watching Rundlii Gaming. You all have a wonderful day.